Take a moment right now to slow everything down and breathe calmly. Let yourself become still for a few seconds. Put aside the noise, pressure, and endless thoughts running through your mind, and gently bring your attention back to what you have honestly been feeling deep inside, beneath everything you normally show to the outside world. Maybe you have noticed something recently that is hard to explain with ordinary words. Perhaps there is a strange tightness that suddenly appears in your chest without any warning. Maybe an unexpected memory of a certain person enters your mind even when you are not thinking about them at all. There may also be a restless, almost electric feeling quietly moving beneath the surface of your normal day. You continue doing what you usually do, but somewhere inside, you sense that something is different. That feeling does not necessarily come from nowhere. It can feel like a signal from your deeper emotions, especially when someone has left a strong impression on your life. Your inner world can notice changes before your logical mind knows how to explain them. You may sense distance, closeness, unfinished emotions, or a change in the way you feel about someone before any obvious event happens outside of you. Your deeper self works on a level that goes far beyond a simple conversation, message, phone call, or visible action. It remembers emotional details that your conscious mind may try to forget. It notices patterns, feelings, memories, and small changes in your emotional state. This is why you may suddenly feel that something is changing with this person, even though you have not received a clear sign from them yet. That soft pull inside your chest, the one you may sometimes dismiss as wishful thinking, could simply be your emotions reminding you that this connection still carries meaning for you. It does not automatically mean that you know exactly what another person is thinking, but it does mean that something inside you remains emotionally active. There may still be feelings, questions, memories, or unfinished parts of the connection that your heart has not fully processed. If you've been feeling that sudden tightness in your chest or that strange pull toward someone, hit like right now. Let this moment become a reminder that your feelings deserve your attention instead of being pushed away immediately. This is often how emotional change begins. Just before a major shift becomes visible in the outside world, a quiet pressure can begin building within you. You may not know what it means yet. You may simply feel restless, distracted, unusually emotional, or more aware of a person who has been distant from you. It can feel like energetic tension because your emotional world is carrying something that has not yet found a clear answer. That is the kind of situation you may be experiencing right now. Small openings can begin appearing in what once felt like complete silence. New possibilities can become visible where there once seemed to be only closed doors. A situation that looked finished may begin to feel less final. Not necessarily because someone has already returned, but because your understanding of what happened is changing. Your place in this person's life may not have disappeared in the way you once feared. While you were dealing with your own questions, uncertainty, and emotional ups and downs, they may also have been experiencing their own private struggle. People do not always show what they are carrying inside. Someone can appear calm on the outside while having a completely different emotional experience within themselves. The protective walls people build around their hearts can come from many places. Fear can create distance. Pride can create silence. The desire to stay in control can make someone avoid conversations they actually need to have. Sometimes a person does not step away because they feel nothing. Sometimes they step away because what they feel makes them uncomfortable, vulnerable, or uncertain about what they should do next. The strong emotions you have been sensing may be connected to the fact that this situation still has emotional weight. The truth about a connection often becomes clearer when distractions become quieter. A person may be able to avoid thinking about something while they are surrounded by work, friends, entertainment, responsibilities, and constant activity. But when everything becomes quiet, the feelings they avoided can return with even greater force. The bond you experienced with someone can remain meaningful even when distance enters the picture. Time can change circumstances, and separation can change daily habits. But emotional memories do not always disappear simply because people stop talking. Some connections leave questions behind. Some leave lessons. Some leave a feeling that something was never completely understood. To understand why this change may be happening now, and why the coming days can feel different, it helps to consider what a person may experience during a long period of silence. They may move carefully. They may create distance while still wondering about you. They may observe quietly without making themselves visible. They can become caught between uncomfortable fears and a powerful emotional pull that they do not fully know how to manage. Comment "pull" if you have been sensing their energy lately, even without direct contact. Sometimes, simply admitting what you feel can help you become more honest with yourself about what is still happening inside you. During the time apart, this person may have filled their days with activities that looked completely normal from the outside. They may have appeared busy, peaceful, confident, or completely unaffected. Perhaps they created a new routine and behaved as though they had simply accepted the situation and moved forward. But outward behavior does not always reveal inner reality. Sometimes appearing fine is a form of protection. A person can convince everyone around them, and even convince themselves, that walking away was the correct choice. They may tell themselves that distance is better, silence is safer, or moving on is the mature thing to do. They may repeat those ideas so many times that they almost believe them. But as more time passes, that emotional mask can become harder to carry. Beneath it, a quiet inner conflict can continue. Nobody around them may know what is happening. They may not speak about it. They may not admit it to friends. They may even avoid admitting it to themselves. Yet the emotional questions can continue appearing in their private thoughts. Night after night, they may find themselves facing feelings they avoided during the day. When everything becomes quiet, there are fewer distractions available. The mind begins returning to old conversations, familiar moments, things that were said, things that were never said, and memories connected with you. They may use logic to explain the separation. They may tell themselves that staying away was safer and wiser. They may focus on reasons why the connection could not work. Some of those reasons may be real and important. But emotions do not always follow the same rules as logic. Some of their distance may have come from pride. Some may have come from fear. Some may have come from uncertainty about how to handle feelings that felt too strong or complicated. A person can care deeply and still be afraid of what caring might require from them. This happens more often than many people realize. Sometimes someone walks away not because they feel nothing, but because they feel more than they know how to handle. Being truly seen by another person can be uncomfortable. It can expose parts of someone that they normally keep hidden. It can make them question their defenses and wonder whether they are ready to become emotionally open. Being understood by someone can feel beautiful, but it can also feel frightening. When another person notices your softer side, your insecurities, your fears, and the things you normally hide, there is suddenly more at stake. You cannot remain completely protected when you allow someone close enough to see you clearly. That can create the urge to pull away. A person may think that distance will give them control again. They may believe that if they create enough space, the emotions will become smaller. They may assume that time will solve everything automatically. But when two people share a connection that has deeply affected them, reasoning alone does not always erase the emotional impact. Slowly, the protective walls can begin weakening. the person may start realizing that the distance did not solve the problem they hoped it would solve. Instead, life without you may begin feeling different. Certain moments may feel less exciting. Certain conversations may feel empty. Places, songs, routines, or ordinary situations may remind them of something they experienced with you. They may notice your absence in ways they never expected. A new awareness can begin growing inside them. They may realize that the guarded version of themselves they showed you was not the complete truth of who they were. Perhaps they were trying too hard to appear unaffected. Perhaps they were trying to stay in control. Perhaps they were protecting themselves from the possibility of disappointment. Eventually, that way of living can become exhausting.